Short disclaimer for everybody before you start the video. No, this isn't a witch hunt for the developer of Escape from Tarkov in any way, shape, or form. I firmly believe in forgive and forget. He's not the prime focus here. It's the focus on the division between the community of the people that are being critical of the situations at hand with delay and the people who are just not and don't want to hear any negative feedback about the game. That's what the point of this video is. Anyway, let's continue. Hello, everybody. So we're going to be talking about something that's been it's been on my plate for a couple of days now. It's been a little bit of a fiasco. If you're part of the EFT community, you've probably already heard of this one anyway, but I'm going to do my feedback on it. So, for Escape from Tarkov, there's been a recent fucking explosion of just a absolute shitstorm lately, and it is crazy. It is absolutely fucking crazy. It is a completely polarizing thing where you're either on one side of the fence where you're aggravated and pissed off to the developer and the game, or you're a white knight defending the game and it can do no wrong, and then there are very few people that are that solid middle ground in between. Basically, from the start of it here, here's a guy, Chris, from something called Battle Nonsense. That's the name of his channel on YouTube. And he does netcode analysis for just a bunch of random games to, like, test the delays, test the servers and stuff. Let you know whether or not there's, like, a problem with the game or whatever it is. So, this guy put up a video, and it just absolutely, it broke his graphs. That was how bad Escape from Tarkov is doing in terms of delay. It completely fucking broke his graphs because it was worse than anything that is out there right now. It is. It's got like a full second of delay at like the maximum that he was seeing right there on an average of 400 milliseconds of delay. Like, that's what his information is saying right there. So, people have been all over it. There have been posts everywhere. People are pissed off. They're messaging on forums and shit. And then Nikita, the COO, the actual, like, the head man, the developer of this game, popped in. I think it was on the EFT forums, not on Reddit, but either or. It involves both forums. But that was my thumb popping right there. Ow. He popped in, and you would think that he was coming in to, like, defuse the situation and do some PR or something. No, basically, the guy pops up and is kinda just making it seem like it's not as bad as the problems actually are. Like, this guy has, like, hard data, and he's claiming that everything is wrong about what he's saying. It is not that bad. The game has not been as bad as this man is claiming. And kind of just being a child about it altogether. Like, it was just not really the best PR that I've seen, for sure. And I don't know, it was crazy. The guy apparently has also been, like, fucking saying shit in Russian to tell people to eat shit, or whatever that was that I read right there. Take that with a grain of salt, by the way. I don't have any proof on that one, though, but I've seen enough on, like, screenshots and stuff of just, it's childish, really. And people are pissed off about that. Apparently, they've done a full turnaround, though, from that situation, and they're working on the whole netcode thing right now. But in the meantime, we're going to go over a couple of different facts here. Well, not facts, sorry. Going to go over a couple of different points that I wanted to talk about. So, basically, the main thing is people are kind of, like, discrediting this guy, Chris. And I've heard from a couple of different people and read elsewhere that this guy has no idea what he's talking about with netcode, etc. And I fact-checked, I googled, I searched everything that this man has put up for information and stuff. I have taken a look at all of this shit. All the information's there. Everything that this guy has said, and I watched the whole Escape from Tarkov netcode analysis as well as his netcode 101. That tells you everything that you need to know about how he does these videos. This man just basically puts a fucking high-speed camera up to two monitors and then tests the delay between them. Intentionally puts a slight delay between the two to test ping readout back and forth. And that you're not really going to get more solid numbers than that, I'm sorry, unless there's a way that it can delay somehow from capturing it from a camera to the monitor or something. I can't foresee how that would give you improper results. He even gave everybody what his actual ping was on the EFT server beforehand. Yeah, I mean, there's also a small chance that he could flub it up and fuck it up, but I mean, why? Everybody is always the first to point the finger that people are, like, paid to make something look bad or paid to make something look good, just because there isn't a 100% proof, evidence that he's telling the truth, which is crazy. But everything that he has on those videos, it is valid information. It is all right there. And a lot of people are also using the thing that, like, he doesn't use the word netcode properly, which, that's bullshit. It's not really a factor of importance. They're a small company. I really doubt that they're going to be doing anything involving actually tweaking with the software and the actual code for networking and all this other shit. Netcode is just a layman's term for anything that has anything to do with specifically video game performance on, like, the whole multiplayer internet shit. Delays, latency, all of that stuff. It is not a legitimate computer science term in any way, shape, or form. I don't know why people are taking it that way. You just need to Google the word netcode online and you can figure it out. Just simply don't use a word if you don't know what the definition is for it. That's pretty stupid, personally. So, yeah, it's just a layman's term. If you're talking about the actual network code behind things, it is so much more complicated than that. And most programmers and shit like that, when it comes to, like, these studios, they're not going to write their own code. I mean, they would need to write their own engine, which has their own network protocol and way that they handle networking with it. But beyond that, they're just probably buying servers or buying software for it, and then if they need to, they can tweak things as they go. And that's about it. And I don't know if you guys have ever modified somebody else's code before. I definitely have done that in Ruby scripting specifically, too. But it's fucking hard modifying somebody else's code. You gotta abide by their rules, not yours. You can't just put whatever that you want in there because it could break 9 other things. That is how that works. I doubt Battlestate is going to be, again, tweaking with the actual network code for things. There's so many other things, network protocols, fucking firmware, the servers themselves and how they handle it. It is not an easy thing to just fuck with. But let's go ahead and press on anyway. So the next 2 points I have apparently are the white knights of the EFT community and go over Nikita. So that's how I have it written right there. But I already went over the whole thing with Nikita anyway. I went through that earlier than I needed to. But one thing that people are also using to defend this game as well is it is a beta. And you should be patient. And you know what? Yeah, I get it. It is not in the full state, but back in a while ago with, like, betas, first off, you got paid to play the beta. And in Escape from Tarkov, you are paying $45+ US dollars to play this game in beta. Do not give me that bullshit that it's a beta and it's okay for a bunch of shit to go fucking horribly awry in it because it's just a beta. It is a product that Nikita is selling to other people. He should be a little bit more professional than that. And not everybody is saying that they want him to kiss their ass, but a little bit of professionality is nice. It goes a long way, especially when you're selling a product to other people. It's not a thing that people just signed up for and they're testing the beta. For anybody who's uninformed, it is not an open beta yet. You have to pay to play this game right now, period. That's how it works. And I totally get English possibly not being as native, like it is not his native tongue, so there's some things possibly lost in translation there. And again, I'm also going to go on the other side of the fence there too, where if he doesn't speak English enough where he could possibly offend somebody, wouldn't you want a translator to do the PR instead of you so you don't piss someone off? I mean, there is an English and a Russian-speaking side of the EFT forums. I doubt the guy is that bad and broken with English anyway, where he would just offend somebody and completely not know about it, to be honest with you. But if that is the case, I would assume that you would want a translator there, or to have a translator do the PR for you for that reasoning. These are all things that go into running a company. But anyway, so yeah, and now I'm going to finally go over like some of the things that are against the people that are really outraging over the whole like delay thing right now. And one of the main ones that I definitely hold true to is this isn't like a recent problem, this ridiculous delay. I never noticed it before when I was playing in Alpha because I didn't really PvP in Alpha. I generally would run out, shoot a couple of scavs, grab their shit, and then leave. I didn't really do PvP back then because I didn't believe in griefing other people. I still don't. I don't like to grief other people in Escape from Tarkov when I don't need to. It's just the way that I play games. I'm sorry if that makes me too nice of a guy for a game like this. I firmly believe in making a game fun for everybody playing it, period. I just don't believe in griefing people for the sake of griefing people. But it's not a thing that is new. It has always been a thing, this delay. Always has been. And it has its ups and downs, sure, but this crazy delay is nothing new in this game. So I don't know why people are suddenly just blowing up on it now that somebody did a video with hard numbers about it. I mean, I'm glad that people are aware of it now, but yeah, that's not a new thing. The other thing to remember is that the netcode team and the dev team that add things into the game, they're not the same people, so everybody seems to get like really hard-assed on the people that are adding things into the game to say, oh, we'll fix the problems with the network. It's not that simple. They're two different people that are doing that, so there's only so much that can be done in that way, and I can respect that. That's generally how it works anyway. Remember, guys, netcode is incredibly difficult, and just networking in general is incredibly difficult. It's something that we take for granted every day. Protocols and all of this other shit for transporting information from point A to point B digitally is not a thing that you can just take lightly. You can't just fix it. There's a lot of interconnecting parts that you have to work on from point A to point B, and it's going to be very difficult for, again, a small company like Battlestate. The last point right there. They are a small company. They're not a AAA dev. AAA devs in the past, they made the CryEngine, for example, for the Crysis games. They make their own engines for these kind of things. The fact that they're using Unity tells you enough right there that they can't build their own engine for this, and that really tells you everything that you need to know anyway regarding the whole netcode thing. They have to use other assets and then work on it from another program. Server programs are another example too. You use or pay for a server program service and then modify things slightly as you go. There's only so much that you can modify and work on from that, which is the base components that you have, you know? So anyway, wrapping up with everything here, like I said, it's just a shit show right now and a half with everything that's going on with fucking Battlestate and Escape from Tarkov. I really hope that things do clear up at least a little bit nicer, because some of the delay, it makes the game almost completely unplayable, and it's crazy because it is completely polarizing too. You can go into a game and not have one fucking problem, and then the next game immediately get reamed in the ass and not know what the fuck happened to you in the game. So it is just, the problem is how inconsistent that it is right now with this delay shit. But this is why I stopped playing the game for a while, was because of that delay. But anyway, so this video is getting incredibly fucking long and convoluted here, so hope you guys enjoyed my little rant session right there. I just wanted to put in my 2 cents for everything, so again, I really enjoyed this game. That's why I wanted to cover it. It's why I wanted to talk about this for a while. Believe me, I do enjoy the game, and I want it to get better. And I think all of you guys that really enjoyed this game should want it to get better too, rather than getting super defensive about any and all criticism of the game right now. So, try to just think from both sides of the fence, rather than just immediately spearing anybody who's against your opinions. That's not how you learn. So, take it easy, guys. I will see you in the next one.